Hi, it's Wednesday. That means it's time for another video edition of Widower Wednesday. I'm Abel Keogh, author of the book Dating a Widower, and today we're going to discuss sexy photos, social media, and whether or not a widower's behavior on social media when it comes to things like sexy photos is a red flag. The idea for this video comes from an email that I am sharing part of with permission of the author, and it goes like this. It says, Abel, I've been dating a widower for about 6 months, and we are in an exclusive relationship. The other day, I noticed that my widower tends to like photos of single women he's friends with on Facebook and Instagram. These aren't group shots, but sexy selfies or profile fit pics where the girl is alone. I know he has a lot of single female friends, but should I be concerned, or am I making too much out of nothing? And we're going to call her Samantha, not her real name, but just throw a name in here. We'll call it Samantha. So anyway, Samantha, thank you for the email and thank you for letting me share this with people. Unfortunately, this is an issue that actually comes up quite a bit, not just with sexy selfies or things like that, but just with a widower's behavior on social media and whether or not it's a red flag. So first of all, Samantha, let me just say you need to expect the same behavior from this widower that you're dating as you would any other guy. So ask yourself, would you be okay with your boyfriend liking sexy selfies of single friends or single women or friends that he's women that he's friends with on Facebook or whatever if he was single or divorced? Would that be okay? And if it's not okay, why are you permitting it just because he's a widower? Is that kind of the reason you're permitted? Is that the reason you're actually allowing him to do that? Do you think it's like a widower issue? Truth is, it's not a widower issue. It's a guy issue. And look, let me take a step back here and just say social media is the gateway to the soul. In fact, I have a whole chapter about social media in my book, Dating a Widower. If you really want to understand, boundaries and behavior and what's acceptable on social media, read that. But really, if you think about it, social media, as much as I don't like social media, it really is the gateway to someone's soul. And if you really want to know what someone really thinks and believes, check out their social media profile. In fact, I suggest if you're dating a widower, or you start getting serious, that you become friends with them on social media. And I know that there's issues. Oh, he's posting things about the late wife and stuff. And yeah, it's good that you know what he is doing on social media. Is he liking sexy selfies or from single women that he's friends with, or is he posting things about the late wife? Because this is really an insight into where his mind really is. I mean, I know you're scrolling through social media and sometimes you can't help what you see if someone wants to actually post like a sexy selfie or something, but you can control whether or not you like that photo or not. And I know that some of you were just thinking like, well, people like photos as a way to acknowledge that they've seen them and, whatever, good job. Yeah, but we're not talking about here a home remodel or the birth of a new baby or an engagement or anything like that. In this instance, we're talking about sexy selfies, and let's be honest, people post those pictures and things like that on social media because they're designed, by design. They want to maximize clicks and interest in whatever it is that they're doing, and so. Again, he may be friends with a lot of single women on social media, but the issue is that he's clicking on those. And in my mind, that speaks volumes to where his heart and mind really is at. If you are in an exclusive relationship, in my opinion, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever, you should not be liking sexy photos of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship, if you're in a serious exclusive relationship. If you're single, that's one thing, whatever, but if you're in a relationship, is that really appropriate behavior? And no, it's not appropriate behavior. So what I suggest you do is you talk to your boyfriend about it, Samantha, and explain to him how his actions make you think his heart is elsewhere. Now, you didn't say how long he's been widowed, so maybe, I don't know if you're the first person he's dating or this is something he's just kind of used to doing since his wife died, or who knows, maybe he did it when his wife was alive and she didn't have a problem with it. But really, there's no excuse for him to continue to do it once he knows how you feel and how his actions, again, we're talking actions here, how his actions make you feel. Now, if he gets defensive or says there's nothing wrong with it, or he's just trying to be nice, by liking the photo, then maybe it's time to push pause on this relationship, because I guarantee in his heart and mind, if he's, scrolling on social media and that's really his behavior is like, look, there's a chick in a bikini and, whatever, there's my friend and she looks great and things like that. If he's constantly doing that, and maybe, again, if it's a one-off thing, he does it once, whatever. But if this is, from your email, you make it sound like this is an ongoing issue where he's constantly liking stuff like that. And if he is, I guarantee in his heart and mind, he does not see you as number one. And honestly, it's probably just a matter of time before you find him doing more than simply liking a photo of one of his female friends. My guess is it'll probably go beyond that. So again, this is all about setting healthy boundaries, and there's nothing wrong when you're in an exclusive relationship to expect certain behavior on social media from the person you're dating. And it goes beyond just, sexy selfies. It also goes to posting things about the late wife and his past and things like that. But just keep in mind that, what you permit, you promote. If you keep quiet about this, if you don't say anything about it, the widower is just going to assume that you're cool with it. And so in my mind, yes, it's a red flag, and you should expect the same behavior from him as you would any other guy. Don't let the fear of him, getting defensive or anything like that stop you from setting some boundaries in the relationship. And to be honest, if he's not willing to respect the boundaries of, not, doing certain things on social media that affect the relationship, well, probably not ready for a serious relationship. Don't let him get away with things that you wouldn't tolerate from anyone else. Boundaries are your friend, and it's a good way to know where the widower is really at, not only in terms of his heart, but is he really ready for a relationship? Anyway, those are my thoughts. If you have thoughts or concerns or similar stories you want to share, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe, so when more Widower Wednesday videos are posted, you will get notified about them. And feel free, if you want to, you can contact me if you have concerns through email, or you can set up a coaching session on my website, www.abelkeogh.com, and we can talk more in depth, and you can get some personalized coaching and experience from this. I'm Abel Keogh, author of the book Dating a Widower, and I will see you next Wednesday.